so that I don't dox myself. So, as I said, this Charlotte MacConnachy book takes place in Scotland, and we follow, oh my goodness, what's her name? They have odd names. So we follow, well, she does. The main character is called Indy Flynn, and we follow her and her sister. Her sister is called Aggie, and they moved to Scotland. Indy is working with part of a team to release wolves back into Scotland. So Charlotte MacConnachy always seems to put some sort of ecological type aspect into her books, which I love. And if you don't already know, Scotland used to have wolves, and there are none left. They were hunted to extinction. Basically, there's no big predators in Scotland. There's not bears that are going to kill you. There's not snakes or spiders that are going to kill you. There's not wolves or, I don't know. The only thing that people say we have is the Loch Ness Monster, and well, she likes to hide if she is real, so. And in the book, she explains that they're looking to bring the wolves back to help, like with reforestation and things of that nature. So we have deer in Scotland, and wolves would have been their natural predator, but because all the wolves are gone, there's nothing to stop the deer from just breeding and breeding and breeding, and that's cute, and we all love a pretty little deer. But unfortunately, they tend to eat all of the new leaves and shoots that come up, and so it's actually really not good to have an overpopulation of deer for the ecosystem. And I think just now in Scotland, they do cull the deer. They don't have like hunting for them the same way that they do in like parts of America. I know that where I am in the south, there are certain times of year when people can get permits to hunt and kill deer, and they'll take them home and either dress the deer themselves or take it to like a slaughterhouse type thing where they'll well, not a slaughterhouse because I guess it's already dead, but they'll take it to get processed, and they'll use the meat, and nothing kind of goes to waste sort of thing. But we don't have processes like that in Scotland. We do farm deer. For venison. Yeah, some places farm deer for venison, but I don't think that, I don't believe they use the wild deer for anything like that. Let me read you what it says about the book here. Indy Flynn arrives in Scotland with her twin sister Aggie, to lead a team of biologists tasked with reintroducing 14 grey wolves into the remote Highlands. She hopes to heal not only the dying landscape, but Aggie too, unmade by the terrible secrets that drove the sisters out of Alaska. Indy is not the woman she once was either, changed by the harm she's witnessed. everyone by thriving, Indy begins to let her guard down, even opening herself up to the possibility of love. When a farmer is found dead, Indy knows where the town will lay blame. Unable to accept how her wolves could be responsible, Indy makes a reckless decision to protect them. But if the wolves didn't make the kill, then who did? And what will Indy do when the man she has fallen for seems to be the main suspect? Propulsive and spellbinding, Charlotte MacConnachy's Once There Were Wolves is an unforgettable story of a woman desperate to save the creatures she loves, if she isn't consumed by a wild that was once her refuge. So there's a lot that goes on in this book. You have the ecological aspect, and Charlotte's always pretty good at making the science feel real without making it feel like you're reading a textbook, you know. So we have that, and then we have some beautifully complex characters with Indy and her sister. And her sister has like a really interesting backstory. And we also have like a rural Scottish town. I believe she's in the Cairngorms in this book, which is quite vast and very like isolated and rural. So I think that's where it was set. And so you have like the landscape itself is almost like a character because it's so like visceral, so real. And the Cairngorms are actually a place that I've camped before, wild camped. So I could definitely imagine some of the places and things that she was talking about them in the book. There is some romance in this. It's not loads. If you guys I've watched a few of my videos, I swear, and like everyone I'm like, I'm not a romance reader. Like I wouldn't pick up a book that's purely romance. But yeah, this has like enough just to make it interesting, but it's not like slapping you in the face with it, you know. I love how crispy the book sounds with the cellophane from the library on it. I know that Migrations, Charlotte's first book, got like a lot of praise, and I did start reading it, but I think it elapsed before I finished on my library hold. But I really do think this is her best book so far. But I know that I'm biased because it's set in Scotland, and I'm always going to be biased towards it, I think. So I would definitely a science fiction book that, goes into climate things. And I guess this is quite a difficult one to find a genre for. There is definitely some mystery.